Dry as ever.
4, 3, 2.
All right. Welcome to Refrigerator Diaries. Hashtag What's Your RD? Keeping the people engaged. I'm here with co-host Chris Connections.
What's good?
So tonight, we have a very, very special guest here. Every time I see this brother, the first thing out of my mouth is, can we please raise a glass? And as I understand that's part of the tribute behind it. There's a lot more to this brother as well. In addition to being a founder of I'm Okay, and also founder of the Trinity Film Festival. Okay. We've got proprietor here of the Michigan region of one of the new top whiskeys in America, or is it the top?
It is the fastest growing whiskey in American history, so that's absolutely the top.
Hey, I was just looking on these people's website, man, and they got awards after awards. I'm looking, it's double gold,
Yes.
platinum medals,
Indeed, yes.
double golds again, best American whiskey, best in class. So, with all that being said, I am very excited to try this one.
Good deal.
Very.
Good deal. There's many more than that, but I'm sure the list, is a little lengthy.
I was looking through it. It's going to take way too long.
So earlier, when we had the bottle dropped off, all I got was a picture of the bottle and a picture of the display here.
It was next to this picture right here, man.
Yeah, but I could find the bottle nowhere.
I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, I shot you a text message.
I don't see the bottle. Where the bottle at?
Yeah, no. And then you shot me the picture back.
Yeah, like it's there.
Man, I'm just thinking to myself, like, it has to be gone. Because, restaurant world, you see a bottle that's unclaimed just sitting there. They're like, man, whose bottle is this? Man, it must be ours. I don't know what makes them think that, but.
Yeah. It happens that way.
I'm glad you got it.
So we have the bottle here now, and we are going to give this a try. One of our managers stashed it away. She knew ahead of time. So as I get these poured, if you want to do us the honors,
yes,
please describe what we got here.
Well, we got Uncle Near's 1856 100 proof premium whiskey, distilled in Tennessee, Shelbyville, Tennessee. And give me 1 second. I don't want to waste none of this. And it is absolutely the fastest growing whiskey in American history. The taste is absolutely great. It is a smooth, sure. It's a smooth taste for 100 proof. So, raise a glass to the.
Can we please raise a glass
to the Godfather of Tennessee whiskey?
The Godfather of Tennessee whiskey here, and we cheers out.
Cheers.
And I promise, every single time I'm doing this, I'm gonna find a creative way to say your name, Ellen. I made it my mission. I'm like,
Ellen's creative enough.
No, it is. It definitely is.
So I'm looking at this bottle. What's significant about the year 1856?
Well, if you know 1856 was the end of slavery, I believe it is.
Yeah.
I think that's the most significant reason for the numbers. Don't quote me. I'm not absolutely sure, but I believe that's what that is. Yeah.
Okay. So it's history on the bottle too.
Absolutely, and our 1884, which I don't have with us, is signed by all his descendants. At some point, it's signed to some of his descendants. Yeah.
That's what's up.
And also, if you don't mind me saying that, this brand is just not about whiskey. It's like if you can prove that you're a descendant of Uncle Nathan Nearest Green, you have full ride to college. He has 11 of his descendants in college right now.
Oh wow!
There's a foundation set up, the whole nine. So
okay.
It's more, like I said, it's family. It's true family.
That's what's up. Bro.
So we're gonna get a little bit more into that when we come back from the break here. But why don't you tell us a little bit about all the other things you do? You got here. I'm okay, and
every day I'm okay.
What's
today? Monday.
I'm okay.
So Monday I'm magnificent.
Okay, Magnificent Mondays.
Magnificent
I
Monday.
like that though.
I was looking on this like this, so transcending of religion, transcending of race, beyond all the demographics.
Absolutely.
Seems
Gender,
like a lot of
culture, age,
positive
absolutely.
messaging behind it. How did that come about?
True story. This is a true story. I'm gonna make it short. My daughter, who's 8 now, I've been designing shirts for like 20-something years, but this specific time in our life, it was just me and my daughter. And she was 3, and we were watching Shrek for the 1,000th time, Shrek the third. And I had already designed it straight across on my screen, and it sat there for like 2 months. And this specific day, she was in her chair, and she fell out of her chair, and she says, "Daddy, I'm okay." And it just clicked. For some reason, it just clicked right there. I go to the screen, move the letters around, tilt the K, put the exclamation point underneath, and people looked at that exclamation. What is that? I said, well, that's the exclamation point holding up those letters. That's what that means. It's not just I'm okay. It's like I'm okay for real. Like period. Like, nothing can stop me. It's one of those things. So
That's smooth. That's awesome.
yeah. It's heavy, man. It was heavy.
Hey,
it was heavy. I didn't even know what it was until I started walking around with it. And to people start sharing those stories, though I'm talking about from suicidal stories to parents and other things.
And you
it was
guys
crazy.
speak to that too.
Absolutely. I took a role to just sharing and going in and talking to schools and just people in general, just having that conversation, even on the street. It made sense. It made sense that you're exactly what you tell yourself every day. If you decide to tell yourself every day you're okay, then that's what it'll be.
And the whole family's in the community activism.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the
shout out to Marshall Montgomery Favors, my wife.
Shout out to the wifey. Absolutely. And you also do the Trinity Film Festival.
Yes.
As well.
Yes. See, here's how this all this come together. It's film, fashion, and music. So it all works together. The I'm okay kind of because we produce and direct film also. We also curate a film festival. It's our 14th year in the game. Festival's 8/20/2020 this year.
8/20/2020.
8/20/2020. But we cultivate those films, and we screen over 60, 70 screens a year. Yeah, films a year. Yeah, 60 or 70.
Man, when you first started doing an undertaking like that, did you know how to coordinate 70 different screens? Because it's all like different buildings.
No, I did not know. I took what I learned when I was a kid. I was a DJ, a youngster. I was a DJ. I just saw people do these things. I would go I used to work for a guy named Mr. Little. He was a famous hairstylist, and I remember he added us to his list, and I watched how they set up things, watch how the food people came in, watch how the people with the curtains and setting up the tables. I mean, that behind the scenes work, heavy. And I just learned, okay, this is what it takes to get this set up. Now, people don't see this part, usually. All they see is the finished product.
One thing I tell you, though, with film, too, it's a lot that goes into
Oh,
it
man,
that a lot of
yes,
people don't see.
Yes, my wife is an amazing person. She can watch a film. We get over 300 film submissions.
Yeah.
She could watch a film without the volume and tell me everything that's going on in the film. This is how dope she is. Like, I'm serious.
Hey,
like, she's like my
that's
JC. I'm
true,
just
though.
telling you, she's
That's
cold
true.
piece, right?
That's true.
But so I think it's easier and simpler because we love to do it. It's not something we wake up and like, I gotta go do this. No, we wake up and like, let's go do this. Like I said, we literally watch 300 films in 6 months. And then we have to determine which films is in the festival.
And remember 'em.
And then, yes. Don't ask me why I remember films from 10 years ago. I'll be having a conversation. I remember something. Oh, that's from a film. That didn't happen for real. That was from a film. But that's the kind of thing that happens. And then you have to have a team. You have to have a team who's all going in that same direction. But at the end of the day, we make these decisions. They're hard decisions to make. Because you have some amazing people from all over the world. We get films from India, China, Japan, Russia, everywhere. So, it's one of those things. It's heavy. We love it, though.
Nice.
Man, I love that, too.
Yeah, you? Yeah?
Yeah. I love film.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up always watching it, so.
Yeah, my wife, she's a film director. She had a film in the ABFF, 2016, came in third place. had 3,000 people watching their film. I was like, wow.
Boss.
Man, I was like, wow.
You know.
And we talking ABFF, so
Right.
American Black Film Festival.
Right. So when we come back, we're gonna get into how you got involved with Uncle Nearest. We're gonna get into why I guess see Uncle Nearest at all the festivals. When we come back on our Refrigerated Diaries.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was good. That was a nice flow, man. I was gonna keep it going, but I figure, yeah, we're off. It's still. That was 10 minutes, right? Yep.
Maker City.
You want to look at some of your
Maker
pictures?
City.
I got some space left on there. Phone hot too, boy. What you doing?
It's the Maker City.
Thank you.
Well, good.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
friend of mine. It's like just connecting people together.
Man, I love that though, man. Cause I like looking at films from different, like, just
I was
modes.
saying,
It's
like,
like
I was a creative.
almost a snapshot
I think I
of
was
people's
creative.
culture at that time when you watch a film. So,
I mean, for me,
He had nothing. I'm
especially
sorry.
indie films.
No,
for me,
you got it.
honestly,
Yeah.
I guess I got
I would
13 brothers and
love a
sisters.
nickname, 'cause
Okay.
I
I've
didn't grow
always
up with
been
any
interested in
nicknames,
film.
and
Yeah.
I
But you got
wanted
13 brothers and
one.
sisters. Ain't nobody talking like that.
Ellen.
Ain't nobody thinking like that. Ain't nobody trying to have that conversation with you when you young.
It's
Get
crazy
out of
'cause
here.
You got so
That's
many
not
of them
good.
too.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
not
be like,
it.
hey, you
No,
do
Hey,
this, you do
they're like,
this.
man, shut up.
You can make
You know?
something.
They like,
Shut
shut up,
up.
man.
Come
Yeah,
on,
send
dog.
it my
I can't
way.
even watch. I remember watching certain shows
good
with
at
them
making
on
up
TV,
nicknames. I'll think
and
of
I didn't
All
know
I
why I was
wanted.
watching through it.
Mm.
And I would see
All the- You can't
nickname
continuity
yourself
and
either.
think like I
I
didn't even know
know,
what
yeah.
continuity was till I got
All
older.
the
But I
team
was
at Young
seeing
Village
like,
has nicknames.
wait a minute,
Then I gotta go apply for a job.
that person
and
earn was on the
nickname
table.
and-
What's going on with? And it's in the same
That should be a
conversation. So
requirement.
then
What
I
your
remember when I
nickname-
went
what's
to
your nickname?
I don't have one.
the biggest lesson that I learned about film when I got
there's a lot
older
of,
was I was on the
these
set of
processes.
Ocean's 11
Okay.
steak sandwich.
I know that was
for
special.
6 weeks. So it was like going to school. I wasn't paying attention. I was an extra, but I wasn't paying attention to any of that. I was like, so this is how they do this stuff. I'm talking about one scene, 12 hours.
It's ridiculous. Like, people don't know. Like, you'll
And-
watch 30 seconds thinking that it was just easy, but
Thinking it was
really-
30 seconds. It was
it
3
was
days probably.
3 days
Yes.
of overtime
Yes.
of all day.
Yes, and don't lose a reel. It's over with. That's $1 million.
It's
That's
so much.
They were
money.
literally shooting at casinos, real
Yeah.
ones.
Everybody in that scene is paid.
Yes.
People don't know that
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
You don't have that random person that you see way down there is getting the check.
When they asked, I was there doing some music for, and I don't need this for the podcast, but I was doing some music for Rush Hour 3.
Yeah.
And I was down there for that specifically. But my friend of mine, his name is Omar Regan, he was in Rush Hour 3, but he was also in Ocean's 11, and he was an extra. And I was just down there supporting him and doing the music. And she just got here. She just got here. She just got here. She just said this. She done it. So it was, and it was like, man, this is the guy walked. He's like, you want to be in this movie? I'm like, no, I'm good. He leaves, come back. He's like, you sure you want to be in there? I said, I'm good. So I'm thinking like, why are these people? Why they bothering me? Like I'm here for my man. So I turn around, I see him talking to another guy, and the other guy is telling him to go back. So he comes back and he said, you know, it pays $600 a week.
What?
For the extra. No, $600. It was $600 a day. I said, oh, okay, yeah, I take that.
I think I'd rather.
That sounds good. I like that.
I'd rather do that.
I'll do that. And I was
What
there
movie
for
is
6 weeks. Ocean's 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, but that was like really my first class because you do a lot of sitting around as extras. You don't do a lot of work. You're just
it's
in
a-
case people.
It's a chance though that it's.
I love it.
Because you can like see this stuff unfold. A lot of
Yes.
times people don't see that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I think school needs to focus on more about life experiences than just
Art. I mean, art. We
work.
are artists.
About that.
What, yeah.
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 Schools
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
artists, man.
Talk about that.
And I think that was really my first lesson, like real lesson, because I got to be around Andy Garcia, all those guys, George Clooney, all those kind of people. Now you couldn't talk to them unless they talk
What's
to you.
special about them jerk fries? What they got, jerk
That's
cheese
it.
and all
Was
the
they
polish
cool?
and dust
Oh
and
yeah, if they talk to you. Now if you say something to them, you immediately removed.
My friend, he was on. He was in this movie. What's the name of it? It had Ray Liotta. It was shot in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a juice right to shop?
I can't think of the name of that movie no more. But anyway, he said he had this scene when he was on the train, and basically he had to act like he was stabbing somebody or this and that. But he was talking about Ray Liotta, like, walked on the scene one day, and he was just snapping on
Don't do that when
everyone.
driving
He
all
said
the
he
way
was
from
crazy.
Alabama.
He was like, I don't know if he was just trying to get in his scene or he's just a crazy guy.
They do that though. That's the same thing.
So that's what I was wondering, because
Yeah.
sometimes he says
They have
"We
to get in
going
them
see
scenes.
this."
Yes. Michael Bay is a nut.
Yeah.
He's one of the best directors in the business. He did Bad Boys 1 and 2. And he literally does those things. Like, he goes out there and shows you, this is what I want. And it's like, it's serious. For it to look real, like the fight that's on the train on Bad Boys 2. Like, Michael Bay did the fight first.
That's awesome.
I feel though.
Yes.
I feel.
Yes.
Yep. All right. All right, welcome back to Refrigerated Diaries. If you missed us for the first half, we have here the liquor, Uncle Nearest Whiskey, and our wonderful Rep Lazar
Hey, how y'all doing?
with I'm Okay with Trinity Film Festival and with Uncle Nearest representing here with us.
Trifecta.
Yep. So earlier we had touched a little bit on your background, but not so much. So let's kind of get into a little bit about that.
Let's go. Where you want to start at? Where you want me to start at? Give me something to go with.
Well, where we left off, what brought how the Uncle Nearest start?
Man, it's an unbelievable story, but true. My brother's been in the music business a long time. He saw a friend of his with the bottle and on Instagram. I don't go those routes. I like to go to the source. So
Right.
I mean, I can't go like that's my friend. I let my friend. No, I don't do that. So
Right.
I waited. I looked up the company, saw their background, saw that it was brand new kind of deal. Saw that it wasn't in Michigan. So I did my research. 1:00 in the afternoon on a Friday, I called the office. I think one of the SVPs answered the phone, and I said, "Hey, this is Lazar from Detroit's Trinity International Film Festival. Wouldn't it be great to have Wouldn't it be great to have Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey at the 12th anniversary of our 12th annual anniversary film festival?" And she said, "Absolutely."
Yeah, he just laid it out.
And she
dog.
said, "Absolutely." And sent me an email address. I shot her our, what we were about. And 3 weeks later, and she said, "Well, we're not in Michigan yet." I said, "Well, what you need to get in Michigan?" We finagled some things. And next thing I know, here they come in the mail. And
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you know what? You can do the things that you want to do. You just have to do them.
you have to do them.
Yeah.
There's no fear. There's no fear in the ask. There's no me. I'm not really asking questions. I'm just kind of making you that offer, almost like a what they say, offer you can't refuse kind of deal.
Right.
Because it's gonna benefit us all.
Yeah.
It's gonna benefit us all. I'm always about the network. So we got here when it got here. Shot a promo for it, a promo video. I shoot promos for everybody that I network with. We shot a promo. It became a part of our festival for that year. And then they sponsored several other events, September, October, and November. November, I got a phone call from the VP, and it was like, and he was like, "How can we strengthen this relationship?"
Amazing.
And I said, "Come see me." And he came to see me.
That's a boss move right there. I'm telling you.
It's a true story. I said, and we sat down. We had a conversation, and the beauty of it is that they let me operate the way I operate. I don't have a restriction. I don't have a certain kind of. I don't have a script. They let me do me. They let me be the city that I am. They let me feed the city the way I know how to feed the city. So that's the beauty of it. And it's a partnership. It's a beautiful partnership. And I love it. I'm married to it. Again, like I said, it's more than whiskey. It's a legacy. And we're a part of this legacy. Everybody that I bring a bottle to becomes a part of this legacy.
All right. Well, so
I didn't mean to freeze us up. I was taking a
I was
sip.
reflecting
I'm sorry.
on it, though.
Yeah.
I was reflecting on it, though.
yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. So, one thing I am curious about, right, is when you come in, you start everything off with "Can you please raise a glass?" and you talked about how that's a tribute and a testament and,
Yes.
and homage to just the hard work, the individuals, the everyday and the legacy
Yes.
of the actions that we do.
Yes, absolutely.
You like put the seeds in and watch them grow.
That's right.
Is that also the brand, or is that you?
That's me all day.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I like to plant seeds. I like to water the grass. I like the grass to be green, and I don't like to do it by myself because I don't have to. You know, I bring food to the table. We all eat. I don't eat meat, but I got meat for somebody on the table. Somebody eat lamb, somebody eat beef, somebody. I'm a sharer. I'm a sharer of words, conversation, energy. It's all about energy for me. If I feel your energy, we gonna work together. I don't need to know your entire background. Let's just work from right here, right now. Let's build something.
I like that because a lot of people, they get too caught up into this and get too caught up into that and not thinking about, can we just work and make money?
Let's work. Let's build
I mean,
let's build an empire.
mhm.
We've always had this thing. I've always been this guy. This is not for TV, radio, Instagram, Facebook. I've always been this guy. Since I was 19 in the backyard talking to my little brother about building businesses. At that time, he was 16. We're in the backyard having 5-hour conversations. Always been this guy. Ironically, I'm gonna share this with y'all. The reason I became an entrepreneur, I was 13. I had no idea what the word entrepreneur meant. I just liked the fancy word at the time because right. It sounds way better than a businessman or a owner, right? I was watching 60 Minutes. And it was this cool dude on 60 Minutes. Italian-looking dude, had his flash on him, right? His name was Donald Trump. I looked at Donald Trump, and he was on the cover of Entrepreneur Magazine. So I got a subscription to Entrepreneur Magazine. I didn't know it cost. Because in that era, you didn't have to pay for it up front, the magazines, the subscriptions. But my mother kind of let me know that cost money.
Figured that
But
out.
but by the time the bill came out, we ran through like 12 books, and I was already preparing myself for the future, kind of deal, So that's where it started.
Sharpen the steel.
Yes, indeed. So that's where it all began. I mean, I can go into Trinity, how we got together with Trinity. It was one of those things where every day became a kind of like a speaker for Trinity, because it builds the minds and builds the creativity and builds the confidence. That's what Every Day I'm Okay is for. That's why it's included in the festival.
Okay. Man, to be honest, though, thinking back since like college days,
Yeah.
doing this type of work just seemed like it would be like a dream job, because it's like you have all this liquor and be like, I'm about to just throw the craziest parties all day. How does it feel, though?
I get that all the time, but man,
How does it feel, though? Like, especially when you got a good liquor too to run with it. It's like you're not just showing up with pop off or nothing like that. You got Uncle Near, like
got Uncle Nearest, baby. It's all right. I tend to gotta be responsible. Let's be clear, gotta be responsible.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
But also, we do tastings though, 3 or 4 times a week. And we go into spaces and places and we tell this story and we share this whiskey, in shots and in cocktails. We have a good time. So I get a chance to do this at least 3 or 4 times a week during the evening. But during the day, I'm making phone calls. I'm taking care of all 3 of these businesses simultaneously, because like I said, they all walk and work together. So it's not really a difficult job. It's just, separating it.
It's like working, trying to raise an empire then,
Yes,
huh?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, again, but I would never say I can do this by myself. No, not at all. Not at all. For what? That makes no sense.
Well, it's always a team.
I don't want to stand on top of the hill by myself. That's not fun.
That's
I talk
lonely,
to
yeah.
people. I love people, so that wouldn't be fun for me.
I feel you.
So,
But at the same time, I'm a little bit similar. Although I feel like I do get a little antisocial, you got to have your team, because if you don't have your team with it, then at the end of the day, it's almost like it doesn't even feel like it's worth it sometimes. But
I mean, I think for me, I'm energy. Like you're only going, if you're in my energy, it's a reason for that. It's a reason. It's because we got like energy, you know. If you got negative energy, I'm too high for you anyway. You can't reach me, because if you're negative, if your energy is negative, I'm too high. You know, by the time you get to me, you're gonna disappear. That's true story.
You're on the whole other side.
You got to take
the
an elevator
spectrum.
and then an elevator and then a plane, and then keep moving, keep trying. By the time you get to me, you gone. You know.
So you find it kind of difficult though right now to kind of like sell liquor, because I don't know, it's cold.
Wait, what he saying?
It's a funny, weird.
You guys have a busy season?
What he saying?
Is it like your seasons be
what's
hot
that?
and
It's
cold?
a line. It's a
How
line.
does
It's
that
a
work?
line. Frank saying, American Gangster. This sell itself. This sell itself. You know, I go in and tell a story. I don't go in and tell the truth. All I'm doing is bringing you the truth. I go into a store or a restaurant and I said, let me tell you a story. I sit down, set out 2 glasses, pour them a shot. Let me tell you a story. And that's how it goes.
So it's a year-round type
It's
thing. It's just
a year
it can
round
happen
type
at any
thing.
moment.
It could happen at any moment. It could happen downstairs.
Where can you get it at?
Oh my goodness, all over Michigan right now. The nearest place from here right now where we sitting is Bert's in Eastern Market. Bert has a liquor store, and they're in all 3 of his restaurants.
Okay.
La Culture. They're
Soon to have it at Young Village.
soon to have it at Young Village for sure. For sure.
It needs to be.
The Griot, Starters, Trust, the whiskey. I'm just giving y'all in the vicinity.
Yeah.
The Whiskey Parlor, Granite City.
Is there do you have like a map, like a little map where you can find
Yeah,
it?
on our website, if you go to unclenears.com, go to locations and punch in your zip code, everything that's near you will come up. So
That's what's up. I like that.
yeah.
It's official.
Yes. It's work, man.
We got slow seasons at the restaurant, so
Yeah.
I can't wait to get that everyday stuff
Oh
going.
man, we get that
it's
rest. I can't wait for Young Village to come through. I mean, we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time at Young Village. You know? And congratulations on that too.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Hard work.
No question. And nothing easy. If it's easy, we all have it.
A lot
Right?
of people don't know the restaurant world is hard work.
I can imagine. I don't want that job. I commend y'all for what y'all do. I do not want that, because I'm not good at that. I'm not good at the restaurant business. You know, I'm good at eating the food though.
Man.
Speaking of cooking, though, it's talking about segues.
Ooh, the conversation.
What do you? I'm just gonna do it since he said it. Do you get into cooking?
Let me tell you something. My wife will tell you I can cook. She's supposed to tell you that though, right? But my wife will tell you I can cook. I used to cook I started out cooking a little bit, but I'm not a chef. You know, I love to cook though. Greens are my thing. Greens are my thing. I will say that.
You're primarily plant-based diet.
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
Yeah. But greens are my thing though, like.
So outside of that, though, like,
Yeah, outside of that,
Good
you know,
clarification.
yeah. It's the presentation. I make it look good on the plate now.
Don't see me at a barbecue.
Nah, not at all.
Hey,
not at all.
any potlucks that you're gonna be at coming up? You know, we can roll up on you.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
greens.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. On the 20th, we at Black Bottom Village. It's a friend of mine's, Jolie Smith. It's a house business house. Jolie been in the game a long time. He used to work for Motown. He owns tons of property. He is an absolute pillar. When I say for guys like us, this guy got templates for us.
Okay.
And he's willing to share them. He's willing to share his experience, his connect, everything. This is the type of guy this guy is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Sound
mean,
like
so
you
he's a
need to be
true.
there.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah.
I mean, he
Remember that
opened
again?
Black Bottom Village. It's on West Grand Boulevard.
Okay.
Okay. That's
So
down the street.
we're doing something on the 20th
Okay.
of December.
Get those notes in.
Yeah, please, man, please.
Be there or be somewhere. Be uninformed, right? From what it sounds like.
It's some other stuff I want to share with y'all about them, but we'll share it at that
Yeah,
event.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great thing. Though.
That's the master class, y'all.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt about that. We actually had a filmmaker here too. Also, his name is Qasim Basir. He did a film with called A Boy Girl Dream, Destined, Muslim. Yeah, he's great too. He's great. He got a couple HBO shows coming out. So we're working, man. We're working. We're working.
So what's your favorite food drink pair?
The no leaf salad and lemon and what is my favorite? What is that? Ginger tea.
Okay.
It's true
All
story.
right.
It's not even a game. This for real. It's not even a game. It's true story. Like no leaf salad and ginger tea. That's my
what's up.
favorite pair. And I put some whiskey in it sometimes because it goes great with the ginger tea.
Okay.
And
Ginger
Uncle
tea
Nearest,
with
not whiskey. Uncle Nearest.
Uncle
Uncle
Nearest.
Nearest.
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle
and
Nearest.
Ginger tea. Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest.
Don't even
So you
say
know.
it.
So you know it's not just whiskey.
But it's Uncle Nearest.
It's Uncle Nearest. That's right.
Respect. All right.
I feel like with me, I just like when it's just a nice barbecue, get a nice fat burger, and sit back and get like a brew.
A brew. What kind of brew? What you got? I used to be a Corona guy years ago. Modelo's, I heard that's popular right now. That's heavy popular right now.
Somebody told me because I went in there looking for Coronas, they didn't have it.
Yeah.
They said get the Modelo's, and I've
Yeah,
been a
that's
fan
heavy
ever
popular
since.
right now. I've been hearing a lot about that.
I do like Modelo
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
It only takes one time sometimes.
Yeah, I've
How
been hearing
it
about
takes
that.
is
Yeah.
No, for real. So, what would you say your perfect evening with a bottle of Uncle Nearest looks like?
A quiet time with a movie with my wife. Just we watch movies all the time, but she's like romantic movies. You know, we get to pick them apart and change the script as we watch them. You know, sit there and relax. You know, I get that. I'll say I'll get that often. It's really late at night. You know, but it's a beautiful moment. Like I get a chance to refresh and relax because we're so in tune with each other. It's just a great vibe. Like it's undeniable vibe. You know, I mean that. Like that's a hell of a reboot. Got me thinking about it right now. Seriously. So, but yeah, that's part of that story, man. You know, I hope that we can continue this conversation on the 20th. You know, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We had Granite City on the 23rd.
Hey, I do want to make sure
Go.
for everybody listening in the audience, I want to hear you guys' favorite Uncle Nearest story. Okay, what's your favorite thing to do when you cracking open a bottle of Uncle Nearest? Send it to us. Email it to youngvillage@gmail.com, and we're gonna send whoever has the best story a bottle of Uncle Nearest. So make sure you just
I can
tune
confirm
in.
that. Tune in. Come with a T-shirt too.
Yep.
Come with a T-shirt too.
Mm-hmm.
And you can come to you'll be our guest at any event that's following that. So
Okay.
let's do it.
And all the events are going to be posted.
Yes, posted on our Instagram Lazar Uncle Nearest at Lazar Uncle Nearest. So all the events will be posted on there.
Yeah, and we're gonna let the winner know inside either the newsletter or maybe next week on the Refrigerator Diaries.
Okay,
So you guys stay tuned.
Good deal. Good deal. I like it.
Definitely. So we got a tradition here where we ask you your best food experience and your worst food experience. But since you're into liquor, you know, and you're the main man up at Uncle Nearest, we can add drink experiences to that too.
Okay. I think my worst drink experience was probably when I was in my 20s. I can use that, right? I can go back that far?
I don't know. Date yourself however you want, you know?
It was with the what is that? I thought I was cool too. It was with a vodka. Or Tango. No, it was Tango. Was it Tangeray? Tangeray. Oh my God, that was horrible. Horrid. You hear me? Oh, it was garbage. Anyway. And my best experience, of course, obviously I'm gonna say Uncle Nearest, but it's the truth. You know, I made this drink for about 20 people, my friends and colleagues over at what was we at the Renaissance Building? I made a drink. It was honey and lemon juice and ginger. It was phenomenal. They loved it. So that was the best experience. It was great. So
Fantastic.
yeah. I'll make that for y'all too as soon as y'all get it over there.
Okay.
I'll
all
come
right.
through with it. Yes, I'll make it on 20. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
bet.
For sure. For sure.
That and
For sure.
those greens. I'm coming for them.
Yeah, them green. Oh yeah, them greens gonna be popping. I'll say that them greens gonna be popping. They're not hot, but they excellent.
Okay.
I mean, I can say that. Like that's all, cause that's all I got. You know, I put all the work into them. That's all I got.
So we'll be able to see all of the events on your Instagram. What, can you run that by us one more time for us?
At Lazar Uncle Nearest.
We've got the next Trinity Film Fest 80/20/2020.
Yes,
Right.
8/20/2020. Yeah.
And if you send us your best Uncle Nearest story, not only are you going to get a T-shirt, you'll be a special guest to all of those events that are posted on the Instagram, and you get a bottle of Uncle Nearest.
True indeed. That's right. That's correct.
So good food, good liquor, great combination. Make sure you guys pick up a bottle of Uncle Nearest on your own 100 proof. Uncle Nearest, 1985.
1856.
1856. I obviously can't read.
That's Uncle Nearest got him.
I was like, when that bottle come out? Is that the civil rights edition?
It's great. Uncle Nearest 1856 premium whiskey. Don't even say whiskey. Just say Uncle Nearest.
There it is. There
Come
it is.
down to the restaurant, get a hot bowl, and don't forget to check out Young Village Products and hear this on Refrigerator Diaries. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
For sure, brother. For sure. I appreciate you.
And if you guys want to see more, make sure you tune in on the newsletter coming out on the 16th.